Alright, welcome back to the channel. So here's a little update on the car today. Got me some new glasses too. Alright, so update on the car. Nothing has really changed since my last update. Basically, I need a new wire harness. I do have one ordered. It's going to be one of those Amazon wire harnesses for like $100. I'm gonna go ahead and try it, see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated on how that harness holds up. When I get it, I'll go ahead and drop a video on, and not installing that, but putting it in, and then we will run it for however long we can run it for and give you guys a review on that. But I just want to get that cheap harness, that way I can get everything dialed in, get everything working that needs to be worked, the VSS, a bunch of other shit that's haywired in the harness. So just to get that all finalized so I can get my tune done, so I can get this car running, and then save up money to get another harness, a better harness. But for the time being, that's why I'm going this route with the Amazon harness, just to get this shit finalized on the tune, the way I can get it running good. That way I can start driving a little bit more. I did have to drive it for a week because the S2000 was down for a little bit because I needed a clutch slave. But so I had to drive this to work. I didn't get on it or nothing like that. I was just, you know, 5 minutes to work, 5 minutes home. But I needed a vehicle to get home. It drove good, it drives fine. But like I said, need to get that wire harness, get this shit updated, get the tune done, and then save up for a new wire harness. I did have a little oil leak. I'll go ahead and show you guys that. I did have a little leak on my fitting down there for the feed, for the oil feed. I basically rerouted it and just had it come up this way instead of chucking it down there. Went ahead and tightened that. It was a little bit loose. Checked everything with the oil filter and the sandwich plate and make sure nothing was leaking there. It was basically coming from that filter. Was not losing pressure. Oil pressure was a small, mild leak. But yeah, as you can tell, it was dripping right down there on the subframe, right about somewhere right there. It was all dripping. So I went ahead and took care of that right now. I mean, everything's running good. It's running good. It just needs to get that harness and get this bitch finalized, get it tuned where it needs to be. So that's kind of where it's at. It's an update. I mean, there really much of an update. I wish I could get this tune done, that way I can start, you know, getting out there and start fucking, you know, getting on some people, pulling some rolls, doing some digs, that kind of stuff. Show you guys some good content with the car, you know, racing and stuff like that. But until I get this harness, I should have it the 25th, which is probably about 4 or 5 days. I'll go ahead and drop a video next weekend on me putting that in, and then we'll do a review, and then hopefully everything on it works good. Hopefully all the pinouts are good, that way I can get a hold of the tuner and get my tune done. That way we can start having fun with this thing. But you know, sorry it hasn't been that much of an update lately. It's just there really isn't nothing to update on it. I mean, I've driven the car to work because I had to. I got the S2000 back and running, so now I'm driving that and parking the RSX for now until I can get this harness, get this tune done, and then I'll probably drive this a little bit more often. And then we do have some plans for it. I got a little bit of stuff to do to it. Some interior stuff. I'm gonna start touching up on some interior stuff. I'm probably gonna cut some holes in the hood because it has a lot of heat soak. I do need to park it and pull the downpipe off. I'm gonna wrap the downpipe. I need to do a little bit more wrapping on some other stuff just to keep the heat away from it. It's a lot of heat soak in there, so I'm probably gonna cut a couple holes in the hood and maybe possibly dump the wastegate out the hood. We'll see. Maybe future plans. Right now I'm just trying to keep it quiet and settle because it's California and I don't feel like getting my car barred. Anyways, moving on. So the S2000 is running good too. I do need to get a rear hub for the driver's side. The hub bearing is kind of grinding and shit like that. You can hear it, and so I'm gonna try to get that here pretty soon and get that on there. That way I can get the S2000 ready for autocross next year. Plan with the S2000 is to just get all the suspension work done on it, components like tie rods, ball joints, shit like that, suspension stuff. So for next year's autocross season, that car can have some fun out there. I can throw you some videos of that. Like I said, hopefully next week I can get this harness on, get this car. Hopefully when I plug that harness in, hopefully everything is good and it was the harness, which I'm pretty sure hopefully it's the harness causing all the VSS issues. I'm having issues with it going into reverse sometimes because the reverse lockout is you know, the wires right there are kind of fucked up, stuff like that. I'm trying to think what else, but I'll show you. Basically a lot of wires in this general area is causing issues with the reverse lockout, sometimes the shift solenoid, the VSS, which is right here. So basically something in here got messed up, and that's why I need the new harness. And it's not with the VSS being all fucked up, it's making it to where I can't get my, with the VTEC won't kick in. I'm almost leaning towards, because when you look at the RSX manual, all those sensors by the tranny, the VSS, the reverse lockout, all that shit, and a lot of other sensors tie into this ground junction blocks right here. So basically all the sensors, you know, they have their own little, it has a ground block inside the harness that everything grounds to, and I think that's where my issue is. Yeah, my ECU is just laying here like this, but like I said, I'm getting this this harness from Amazon or eBay, I mean, and hopefully it works everything out. That way I can eliminate this single harness for the map. Like I said, I was having issues with the map too, so hopefully this new harness gets all this situated. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wiring issues. It's in the harness. Get this harness, plug it in, and hopefully everything comes back to life and I can finish this tune and get some E85 in here. So that's the update. Sorry it's been a while. I do need to address my catch can too. I need to get some up. I'm gonna go with a catch can that actually has a filter on it and block that off and whatever. So definitely got to get that addressed too. Just little things, the pods inside, the boost gauge and all that shit. I need to get that thing mounted right. Just a bunch of little things. It's always something that needs to be addressed. But just a little update. I said the car runs pretty damn good. It's just I can't get up to I think past 6,500 RPMs or 7,000 RPMs because the tune wasn't finished. But anyways, enough about that. Need the harness, get this shit done, and have this baby ripping. So sorry it's been a minute, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and KL Day. I'll catch you guys on the next one.